Welcome to Knitting at Tiffany's. Thank you for joining me today. I wanted to start off by thanking the 112 members I have in my RAVELRY group. I was floored by the amount of people that have joined my RAVELRY group so far, and thank you so much. I hope to keep giving you great podcasts and promoting great products for all of you to enjoy and to help enable you. I wanted to start off by letting you know that I just got back from Philly. I had a business trip to Philadelphia, and when I was there, I got some personal time in the evenings. And one of the evenings I actually got to meet up with Beck and Leslie, you don't call me Les, from the Knit Girls. And we ended up going for dinner. We had an amazing time. I just loved it. It was so fun to be with both of them. They're such amazing people. Beck is so amazing and talented and creative, and she's the one who did my logo for me. Excuse me. As well as she did my RAVELRY logo, and she's helping me work on my website, which will hopefully be up and running soon. So you'll have somewhere to go and check out show notes and things like that. And Leslie, I don't even really need to speak for her. She's phenomenal. Everybody knows Leslie from the Knit Girls. She is such an amazing person and such a sweetheart, and is so much fun to be around. She is super talented. Her knitting goes everywhere she goes. I couldn't believe it. She had brought her knitting, and it goes everywhere. No wonder she gets to have those projects finished all in time to show you guys every week on her podcast. And she was phenomenal, and they're super sweet, and I had such a great time. It was just amazing, something I won't forget for a long time. So Beck is having a Kickstarter, and she's raising funds to help her create, I guess, her dream job of being able to design logos and any kind of design work that's being needed. So here is her Kickstarter site. Go there, check it out, help her out. She's phenomenal, and if you need any design work done, go for it. She is the best. I waited over 6 months to decide to go with her, which was my fault. I thought I could find someone else, and I had some people do up some logos for me, and they were not even near what Beck did. And finally, she was not that busy, and she could squeeze me in her schedule, which was amazing. And so she did my logo for me, and the first time she sent it back to me, it was perfect. It was dead on to what I wanted. I couldn't ask for anything better. So please help her out if you can. I'm sure she'd be really appreciative, and it would help them move on with their business. Her and her husband, I believe, is going to be doing the design work, and they're both phenomenal at what they do. Super talented people and super sweethearts. Her website is here, and you can also go here to check her out and check out some of the projects she's already done for the knitting community and some other communities. And you can see how well diverse she is in things she does, and her creativity, and amazing work. I can't say anything less than that. I mean, it's just amazing. Also, when I was in Philadelphia, I got to visit Hidden River Yarns shop, and Lisa is the owner of that shop. And down here is the website for her shop. Her shop is beautiful. It's a nice small shop. It's so organized. She has such beautiful yarns. It's clean. It's friendly. When I was there, actually, there was a knitting class going on, and so I didn't want to be too loud or interrupt too much, but she even showed me around in some new stuff. And of course, you know, I can't go into her shop without buying something. She always carries such beautiful stuff, and she carries one of my favorite yarns that I'm always just attracted to color. So I enabled myself. And it's called Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, and that's my enabling. And so I purchased this. I don't know if the color's coming out correctly or not, but it's the Manos del Uruguay, and it's the Alegria color, or sorry, Alegria, it's the sock yarn. I don't know if you're getting, let's see if I hold it closer. Anyways, it's grays, a lighter gray, and this beautiful turquoise color, and it is called Acero, and it's a 75% super wash merino, 25% polyamide, and there's about 445 yards in this. and I'm so excited to knit with this. Ask me what? I have no clue. I was attracted to color. I'm always attracted to color. Anything that has blues or grays or pinks. It's funny how that works, but it's color. I never have a project in mind, but it's so soft and squishy, and it's just amazing. So it's, as I said, it's there's grays, a little bit of a darker gray. Oops, I can't even start that. A little bit of darker gray, almost until white, and then there's that turquoise color, and it's amazing. Absolutely beautiful. And it's not showing up to the true color. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I could get that for you. But it's still beautiful, and I love it. So that was my big purchase at her shop, as well as everybody has puppy snips. I have a pair of puppy snips from Hiya Hiya. Well, I bought myself a pair of kitty snips, and this is from Hiya Hiya as well. And I was hoping for a pink pair, but oh, you can't see that. There's my kitty snips, and I love them. I use them all the time, and so now I have two pairs so that I don't have to run around the house, or if I travel I can have one with me and one at home. And so those were my big splurges today, or on this trip actually. I'm trying to be on a yarn diet. It's been really tough seeing everybody post these beautiful yarns and on Instagram, and you know, all these shop updates. It's so hard for me not to buy, but I've been trying to be really good as I'm waiting for SSK, as there's so many amazing indie dyers that are going to be there. Kirby Werby yarns and Lollipop yarns and Desert Vista Dye Works, and I'm so excited, and there's tons more, but that's what I'm waiting for, because shipping to Canada is costly. I mean, for a skein of yarn, it could be anywhere from $8 to $13 to have it shipped here, and sometimes I can't justify that, especially when you're spending about $20 to $25 on a skein. To spend an extra $10 for shipping or $13 for shipping is hard. Sometimes if I have friends that go in with me and we purchase more than one skein, you know, it works out, because then we can split our shipping. Or if I know I'm traveling, sometimes I have the yarn shipped to the hotel where I'm staying at, and that way I get US pricing, and it makes it so much easier, and I could purchase, you know, whatever I want at that point. But sometimes with my trips it's very last minute, and I don't know when I'll be traveling, and so it's hard to call up and say, or email and say, hey, I need to purchase some yarn, can you ship it in the next day or two? So this way, at least this year, I'm trying to be on that yarn diet and wait for SSK and have my big splurge there, and get to see everybody. So I mean, I think it's only like not even 2 months away now, and I'm so excited. I'm going to see all my friends, and it's going to be such a great event, and I'm looking forward to it again. And I know how much work goes into them, as I do and I used to arrange events, and it's a lot of work and a lot of time and a lot of planning. And I know Leslie and Laura and Beck do this for a year in advance, with reserving the location and making sure that we have the rooms, and then, you know, following up with everybody that's coming and collecting all the payments and organizing all the teachers that are going to be there in the classes and putting roommates together. And there's so much involved. It's so time consuming, and with their regular life and their businesses and their work and everything that they do, I don't know how they do it sometimes. I really don't. And podcasting every week, I mean, it's crazy. So I give them props for that. They pull it off extremely well every year. I think they just floor everybody with the fact that they do such an amazing job, and it's so much fun, and there's about 150 people that go. So it's a lot of people to manage and to do things for, but it's amazing, and I love going. And hopefully next year, you know, maybe I can try a different retreat, and do something, you know, different like that, and meet some new friends and new people, and looking forward to something, you know, different. What else do I have to talk about? After that, my enabling and my trip, I wanted to show you my FO, which are called Diamonds Are Forever. Diamonds Are Forever is all my FOs, and I finished, while I was on my trip, I finished my Miss Winkle. And it is not blocked or anything, but it is still pretty big. And I have a lot of stretch to it, so I have a lot of room to block. But I don't even know if I want to block it. I might just block out the ends, if you can see that, because it fits beautifully and I love it. I'm glad I stuck with this. The pattern was great and easy and a lot of fun. The yarn, okay, so the pattern is Miss Winkle by Martina Brem, and the yarn is Another Crafty Girl, and this is her fingering yarn, and it's absolutely beautiful to knit with. I can tell you I used 3mm Hiya sharps, and I love my Hiyas. No one can switch me from those. They're one of my favorite needles. I tried Addie's and I find they stick to me, and I'm sorry, they're not worth the money for me. I've never tried Signatures, so I can't say anything about that. I've tried a couple other ones. I don't use DPNs. Everything pretty much for me is circular, and I'm just a Hiya girl. Until someone can show me something different or better, I love my Hiya. So I used my Hiya sharps, 3mm, and I can tell you not once did this yarn split. Not once. It was amazing. I loved it. It knits up beautifully. It's such a joy to knit with. It's so soft and squishy, and I can't wait to wear it. I'm so excited. I really do like it. And it's funny because I'm not a shawl person. I don't really, I don't wear shawls or shawlettes. I mean, I wear scarves, and I love my scarves in winter because Canadian winters are freaking cold beyond belief, and I don't like cold weather. And so I love to wear scarves and hats and mitts. And so in winter time is probably where I tend to wear a lot of it, but in spring and fall it gets cool here sometimes in the evenings, and this will be great too because right now, I mean, our weather's all over the place. It could be 12 degrees Celsius during the day, and it can go down to like 2 degrees at night. So even though it's middle of May, we don't have any consistency right now with our spring weather. So like at night right now, this would be perfect to wear. It's not too warm and it's not you know, too bulky, and it would be perfect, and it would match my coats. Most of my coats are black, so it would match my coats perfectly, and it would be great. So I'm really happy with the way this turned out, and I love it. I love it. It's great. I'm great that I was going to change the pattern and do a brickless with this because I wasn't sure it was showing off the color much, but once I knit this up and I kept going, I love it. I wouldn't change it now, so it's perfect. And I love the loops on it. It gives it such a uniqueness to the pattern, and it was so easy to do. I thought at first it was going to be difficult, and watching the videos really helped. So if you plan on knitting a Miss Winkle, watch the videos. It's really easy, and you'll understand it a lot better than I think the instructional part on it. And she does some beautiful work, Martina Brem. So I know there's a lot of people knitting up some of her other patterns right now currently, and she does some great work, and they're very easy to read, and they knit it pretty quickly, I have to tell you that. So I decided to jump on the bandwagon and join Yarnbox. I'm not sure if you guys have heard about it, but Yarnbox is a monthly subscription. You could purchase it monthly, you could purchase it every 6 months, and they basically send you out a yarn box. You get in there usually 2 skeins of yarn and a pattern. It could be in a little gift. So my first yarn box came in April, and it was a fiber spates. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and I will put the website right here for you. And it was Vivacious DK. It's a beautiful teal color, and it is called Deep Aqua. Sorry, an aqua color. Color 807 Deep Aqua. So I'm not sure if you could see that. It's actually showing up a little bit lighter on the screen than what it is in person. So I got 2 of them. I'm not sure what I'm going to make right now. If any of you have any suggestions, I was trying to think of maybe like a bolero, because it's such an aqua color that I could wear it with jeans or black, or you know, any time kind of the year. So if you have a great bolero pattern that might work for this DK, let me know. There is, how many yardage? This is 100% superwash merino wool, and there is 218 yards. So if you have any pattern, please let me know. Message me or inbox me or PM me or put it in my episode. Let me know of a great pattern to use this beautiful, yeah, see, it's not coming out as deep as it really is. It's a deeper teal. No, not yet. So let me know if there's anything. Otherwise, or maybe even some great pattern that you have. I don't want to do socks with it. But if there's something that I could wear that you guys suggest or have knitted before with a DK, please let me know. I'm all ears. I'd love to. I spend hours and hours going through Ravelry on patterns sometimes, and I just can spend, you know, days and hours doing it until I find the one I love. And that's my problem, is I always find the yarn or the color first, and then I can't find a pattern to match it. And sometimes I wish I could just design so that I could put my own pattern together, whip it up really quickly, and make something that I'd love to wear. I just don't know how to design. So Yarn Box, here's their website here. You can join at any time, and this is the card that comes with it. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, am I? There you go. So they use a lot of indie dyers, and they have a lot of different colors. The other colors that were given it was lavender haze, mixed magenta, and deep forest. So the lavender haze was a really pretty purple. The mixed magenta was it was all different pinks, which I really liked as well. And the deep forest was beautiful greens, and I kind of like greens, and I'm trying to get into them more. I think they do suit me to wear them, so I wouldn't mind that either. But when I got the teal, I love it. It is squishy and it's really nice. I can't wait to knit up with it. I just don't know what yet. So, but Yarn Box is great. A lot of my friends have joined Yarn Box, and they have been probably members of it for almost since the beginning of this year, since January. And they've got some great stuff. And sometimes you'll get indie dyers that maybe you'll want to try, but again, shipping to Canada costs a fortune. So anywhere from like $8 to $13 a skein. And when you have to add a second skein in, it could be anywhere from another $3 to $8. So with Yarn Box, I mean, we're always getting 2 skeins. We're getting patterns. They did send us a knit pattern and a crochet pattern. And so that came with it. And then we got these snippets. And the one thing with these, they are super, super sharp. But they are amazing to have. I need to find maybe a cork or something that I can put the tip into so that it keeps it safe, because it's really, really sharp. But they're great to have, and if you really need to get into, for those people that do steeking or afterthought heels, like the true afterthought heels where you snip out your yarn, these would be great because they're really sharp and probably can get right in there, and they're great to have. But you need to keep them safe somewhere because they're super sharp. So Yarn Box, as I said, I just joined in April, and this was my April shipment, so I'm looking forward to May, and I'm hoping I could post this. So I didn't know if there was anything I shouldn't, but everybody got theirs shipped already, so really it wasn't that I was showing something before people haven't received it. So I'm looking for patterns, so please, if you have any ideas, let me know. I'm all open for that. I'd love to hear, and I would love to start knitting on this. I have so much yarn, probably not as much as other people have. I think I have a lot, and I just don't knit as fast. I'm a slow knitter, and I think I mentioned that in my first podcast, so I will do my best to have something for you every time I podcast. I'll definitely have a work in progress and, you know, try to have a finished object. But if I can find something to start this with, I will start this week. And if not, I'm hoping to start some Stitch Surfer socks. I know everybody's been knitting them, and I see Diane from Knittables. She loves them, and I don't even know what number pair she's on, 6 or 8 or something like that, maybe even more than that. She loves her stitch surfers. She actually has a tutorial out so that if you need help with them, which I will, so I'm going to check out her tutorial. She shows you how to cast on and how to do the heel and walks you through everything. And supposedly it's an amazing tutorial that will help you. So if you're looking to do stitch surfers, check it out and see how easy it is to do it, because I'm told it's easy and they turn out beautiful and you can pick whatever you want. I purchased some yarn and I didn't bring it, so I'll show you next episode. I purchased some yarn, Biscotti and C, and it is the true Stitch Surfer colorway, and it's the one that's actually in the pattern. So it's that turquoisey aqua color, or more probably turquoise, and it has the orange, white, and black striping in it. I will insert a picture here if I can. So that's my Biscotti and C, and that's the yarn that I'm going to be knitting my Stitch Surfers out of, and hopefully I'm going to cast those on this week as well. I do have time this week to do it, and I'll be able to start them. As I said, I'm a slow knitter, so they won't be ready in a week. I don't know how long they'll take me to do, but I will do my best to get them done as quickly as possible. And if anybody would like to join me in doing some Stitch Surfers, I will post a chatter thread in the Knitting at Tiffany's group, so you can join in, and if you have any little tips or tidbits or tricks that help make them easier to knit or anything like that, you could post them in there and let me know. So for my last segment of the podcast today, I wanted to talk about a buttons shop. Hannah from Fastenation Studio creates and designs buttons, and she has a beautiful shop. Her website here, you can check her out on, and she does custom buttons as well as regular buttons, and her turnaround time for a custom button and her regular orders are 1 to 3 days. I'll insert some pictures here. And you can see the fabulous buttons she does. I mean, look at the robots. Those are awesome. I mean, it doesn't have to be for children. It could be for adults. You can put it on a scarf or a shawlette or a cowl or a hat. Or you could put it on baby clothes. The elephant buttons, I love elephants. I collect elephants, and it has to be trunk up because it's always for good luck. And those are amazing. And I mean, how cute are they? And she can match them any color you're needing. And she can match them to you know, if you're looking for a certain sport, there's the baseball ones, football ones. She can do anything you like. So there's some custom work. Here's her Etsy shop, and you can check her out at her Etsy shop as well. And Hannah is at Fastenation Studio, and she's also given our viewers today a coupon code. So if you're looking for some buttons or needing some, or you already have some projects planned out where you're wanting some custom buttons, go check her out. Her coupon code is for 10% off, CRAFT10. Here's the code right here. Again, it's CRAFT10, and her code is good until the end of June. So you have just over a month and a half to use it to purchase. I hope you guys enjoy her shop and love her product, and she is our featured shop today, and I'm so glad that she contacted me on the Ravelry group to let me know that it's nice that I guess I'm doing this, you know, for small businesses and helping to promote. And so if any of you know anybody out there, a small business, a yarn dyer, a stitch maker, bag maker, anything that can do with knitting, please, there's in my Ravelry group, it's called A Cut Above the Rest, and please go in there and let me know if there's someone I should contact, or please contact me yourself and let me know so we can get in touch, and I'd love to promote you on the podcast. I love to help people out, and this is one of the ways I can do it. And I find that I just do it because I love to help people. It's something that's I've always done, and I probably will always continue to do. And I mean, it's great that our community, our knitting community, is such a big community. At the same time, it's such a close community, And sometimes there are some people that maybe live on the West Coast that don't know about people on the East Coast and vice versa. And there might be people that live in the US and Canada that might not know of some great designers or bag makers that are in the UK or Europe. So please don't hesitate, contact me and let me know. I'd love to have you on the podcast. I'd love to be able to promote you and be able to help you out with your business, as it's tough to run a small business. And I've had a business in the past, so I know how hard it is. And I know that, you know, word of mouth is probably the best, you know, way to do a sale. And the more word of mouth you have and the more good that has going around, only benefits you. So I'm here to help with that because that's what I love to do. I sell for my day job, and I enjoy sales. I really do. It's something I've done for a long time, and I love it. It just comes naturally to me. And if people know me from SSK, I've actually helped enable them there last year with some friends and stuff, and in the marketplace, and even online when they're not even there. So it's great. I love it. So I'm here to help. And I'm hoping that, you know, you'll take me up on this offer and let me promote your business for you. So please check out Hannah's shop. And again, her coupon code right here is CRAFT10 for 10% off any purchases you have until the end of June. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. I look forward to seeing you all next time. And you have a great week. Bye for now.